and raised until I came to Miami when I was 8 years old. And my parents, we left our whole entire family over there looking for a new life in a country we've never been to, knew anybody in, or knew anything about. And it wasn't easy at first. My parents had to work two jobs while I was in elementary school. That meant I had to stay home a lot, I had to take care of myself a lot, and it was tough. But surprisingly, making new friends and learning a new language came very easy to me. And consequently, my teachers in my elementary school, they removed me from the ESOL program and enrolled me to a normal fifth grade classroom. So that's a little bit about me. And I'm going to talk about the two most important people in my childhood. The two most important people and influential people in my childhood had to be my parents. Starting with my dad. My dad, I think, was everything a man should be. He was a provider, he cared for his children, and he was a role model. I mean, he would work 12 hours daily, 12 hours. And I don't know how he did it, but he still had the energy to take me to baseball practice every single day. And I've been playing baseball since I was this height. And everything that I know from that sport, I owe all to him. And my mom is a completely different level. My mom was my emotional support. Every time I had a problem, every time I needed to talk to somebody, every time I needed to take something out of my chest, she was there for me. I went to her, I talked to her, and I knew she was always going to understand no matter what situation it was. And furthermore, I think she's one of the most intelligent people and women that I've known. Without knowing the English language, she was always able to help me through my studies throughout my entire childhood. I got a couple pictures. Like I said, I've been playing baseball since I could ever walk. Here's a picture of me and my dad. Here's my coach to my left-hand side. This picture is kind of funny. This was our second year here in Miami, and my parents couldn't afford to pay for a season for me. So this team, the Yankees, they offered me a $100 check to play for them. So that season I actually played for free. I actually got paid to play. And there's a picture of me and my mom right there, giving her the check with flowers as a surprise. Moving on. The best years that I had, the funnest and the best time that I had was in high school. Definitely. The 4 years in high school when I attended Felix Road. I played full 4 years of high school baseball there, and it also led me to meet all my close friends that I have now. And I was surrounded by friends over there. Surrounded everywhere I go, people will know who I am, I will know them. And I think my friends would describe me in one word. That word would have to be outgoing. Why? I mean, I was running around. We're running around school, making people laugh, making jokes, talking to everybody. And let me show you just how big my class was. This was the class of 2007. 950 students. I'm somewhere around here in the middle. And I think one of the proudest moments that I had in high school was graduation. 950 students. I graduated top 50 out of my class with a 4.6 GPA. I mean, that hit home for me. That was one of the proudest moments that I had. And looking up in the stands, seeing my parents smiling, taking pictures that day, made me realize that my hard work and their hard work as well have finally paid off. Last but not least, if I could describe myself in 1 or 2 words, those words definitely have to be driven and determined. Coming from a middle-class family, I had to work myself through high school, and I'm currently working myself through college. I got a part-time now at Macy's, working part-time, helping my parents pay the expenses they may face. And it hasn't been an easy life, but I can't complain. I have 2 wonderful parents, I have great friends, and I have a very bright future ahead of me. My goals after Miami-Dade are to go to FIU, get a bachelor's in international business, and even go to pre-med to become a pharmacist. So my parents can finally retire and have the beach house they've always wanted. So guys, that's my speech on self-perception. You guys been great. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Tonight, my name is Robert Fuentes. I'm going to be doing a speech today about self-perception. What is self-perception, guys? Self-perception is how you see yourself and how others see you as well. So a little introduction about me. My name is Robert Fuentes, like I said. I am currently attending Miami-Dade College in the Kendall campus. That's my 2nd year there. I am planning on majoring in international business over there. Okay, I was born and raised in Cuba until I came to Miami when I was 8 years old. My parents and I, we left our entire families back over there with the hope of enjoying a brand new life, but in a state, in a place we didn't know anything about or know anybody in. And it wasn't easy at first. My parents had to work 2 jobs while I stayed home or I went to elementary school. They had to work 2 jobs, so that meant I had to stay home alone a lot. I had to take care of myself by myself without them being there. But surprisingly, making friends and learning a new language came very, very easy to me. Consequently, all my teachers from my elementary school decided to remove me from the ESOL program at school and enroll me into a normal 5th grade classroom. So that's a little bit about me. Talk about a little bit about my parents. My parents are the 2 most important and influential people that I had during my childhood. Starting out with my dad. My dad, I think, is everything a man should be. He was a role model, a provider for his family, and he cared for his children. Okay, I think he's one of the most willing guys I've ever seen in my life. He would work 12 hours a day, 12 hours a day. And I don't know how he did it, but he still had the energy to take me to baseball practice every single day. And I've been playing baseball since I was about this size. And everything that I know from that sport, I owe it all to him. And moving on to my mom was completely different. My mom was the emotional support that I had. Whenever I had a problem, whenever I needed to talk to somebody, whenever I had to get something off my chest, I went to her. Because I know whatever it was, no matter the situation, I know she was always going to be there for me and understand the situation as well. And I think she's one of the most intelligent women that I've ever seen in my life. Without knowing the English language, she was always helping me, always able to help me through my studies throughout my childhood. I got a couple pictures here of them. Like I said, I was playing baseball since I was 3 years old. I could barely walk. Here's a picture of me and my dad. My dad to the left being my baseball coach. This picture right here is kind of an actual funny picture. That was our 2nd year that we've been here since we came from Cuba. And my parents couldn't afford to pay for a full season for me. A season cost $100. So this team, the Yankees, they offered me a check for $100 to go play for them. So actually that season I played for free and I actually got paid to play. And this picture right here of me and my mom giving her the check and flowers as well as a surprise. Moving on to the funnest and the best time that I had in my life. That had to be high school. The 4 years that I attended Phoenix Forever. I played full 4 years of high school baseball at that school, and it led me to all the close friends that I have today. I was surrounded by friends. Everywhere I went, people would know me, people would talk to me, and if they can describe me in one word, my friends had to describe me as outgoing. I would always run around school making people laugh, talking to everybody, making jokes, and I love them for that, and they love me for that. I'll show you guys a quick picture of my graduating class of 2007. Here's a picture of how many students there were. How many students? There are 950 students in our class. And the proudest moment that I had in high school was when I graduated top 50 out of my entire class. Top 50 out of 950 students. When I saw that day, my parents that day in the stands at graduation, seeing them smile, seeing them cry, taking pictures of me, it made me feel that all my hard work and their hard work was worth it. And we did a good thing from moving from Cuba all the way over here. Last but not least, if I could describe myself in one word to describe the type of person that I am, it would definitely have to be driven and also determined. Why?